Hi there.
And welcome
to the Pretty Dumb Podcast.
This light means recording. Yes, these numbers counting up also mean recording, correct?
That is what that means.
Okie dokie.
So
we'll
let's hope
see.
that. Let's fucking hope
If it doesn't, I'm burning this fucking Zoom recorder to the ground.
Do you think that, like, we should just, like, throw the Zoom recorder off a river?
Off of a river or into
like,
a river?
No, like, we're on the river, but we're throwing it off of it, the river. Like, we're going down a river, and then we throw it off the river
So
onto an abandoned shore.
We're recording the podcast in a
raft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Down the river.
Uh-huh. We're going to have to wait till next summer because, oh my God, disgusting. Benji.
No one can see that.
I know.
No one can see that, so it's not adding to
You're
our
right.
viewers' experience
You're
or
right.
their listening adventure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Pretty Dumb Podcast. We're going to check our recorder every 30 seconds or so.
It just had a message. What did it say?
I didn't see a message.
Are you sure?
You know what?
You're sure?
I didn't see anything. Is it because I touched it? Are we not supposed to touch it?
I don't know.
Sorry, there was no episode last week.
Sorry there was no episode last week.
Some technical difficulties. Imagine that.
Can you believe that this, like, brand new to the world podcast is just not functioning at full speed 150?
Right? It's crazy.
I can't believe it. Like, if I was a listener, I would be like, wow, I'm so forgiving. I'm still going to share this podcast with everyone.
They're trying their hardest and they're crushing it.
We're
We
like
don't
a
even know
small
anything's going on.
Gay man, woman owned business.
Yeah.
And we're
which
drowning.
are you?
I mean, I'm whatever I'm paid to be. So
Speaking of, we would love to get paid.
So if anyone wants to pay us, we do all kinds of things.
We will sell out.
Yeah. You want me to fix your floor? You can pay me to do that. Fix your deck? I got you. Do you want me to vacuum your floor? I can do that. Basically, if it's a floor, I'm in.
Any type of cleaning.
If you want me to be a rug on your floor, I can do that. Whatever you want.
Yay. How's your week been, Richie?
My week has been really hard.
I think I'm going to start holding the mic like this. Like
That's
a white wrapper.
So weird.
Is it cool?
It's uncomfortable.
Cool?
I hold the mic when we're recording like I do when I'm on stage, and I hold it down low. Like in the way that you would like never hold a penis. Like
Wouldn't anyways.
Yeah. Like I hold it at the base because I was taught by, I forgot who told me this. I want to say it was Todd Kirkwood. No, it wasn't Todd. Todd reinforced this, but there was like, I saw a comic do it and I was like, oh, that seems cool.
Hold the bottom?
Yeah.
They were probably just holding the cord in the mic,
That's
making it steady.
Literally what Todd was saying. He was like, yeah, like sometimes you just have to hold it there so that way if the cord gets unplugged, then you can just hold it steady and it looks natural.
Now you guys know in which the conditions that we have to work.
Yeah, it's just like my week. The conditions are hard.
I started out with the mic like this when I was doing comedy, like on my chin.
I moved to that.
But then after COVID, I was like,
That's so weird. I saw another comic. I think I saw Michael Longfellow put the mic to his chin, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do that now. And I didn't mean to. It wasn't like a conscious choice. It was just something I noticed I was doing, and I was like, fuck, stop doing that. Anyways, my week was hard. I had to get shots today, and I'm in a lot of pain.
You're always getting jabbed.
Literally attacked.
By a nurse?
By a nurse. She was like, hey, you need to get shots. And I was like, oh, no, thanks. And she said, get your ass over here. And she
Yes, ma'am.
stabbed me with a needle violently and shook me and told me that it's going to happen again in 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, there's this follow-up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I had to do that. And then, what else did I fucking do? I was here until Thursday last week.
Yeah.
I was here, and then, like, I've been home back in my apartment.
How's that been?
It's been awesome.
Isn't it nice
It's nice going
my
home. Like there's
My
nothing
bed.
there's nothing like leaving your bed for more than a night to realize like, oh, I love my home in bed.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
I'm excited to go home tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you going to be home long?
I think like a week or two.
It's pretty great.
Not too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be nice.
Mhm. How was your week?
My week was good. I had a few shows this weekend and they were fun. One exciting thing. So pre-COVID, I don't know. I had been doing stand-up for 10 months before, or like when quarantine started.
When the disease happened.
The purge or the plague.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, I kind of more or less figured out how to not rely on a set list. So I would write a set list of my jokes and put it in my back pocket. And then if I felt like I really needed it, then I would try to slyly pull it out, put it on the stool, and glance at it.
Which, when everyone's watching you and you're the only thing on the stage, is a very hard trick to pull off.
I don't know. I feel like I've gotten some very mixed reviews. Some people think seeing notes on stage means that you're a better comic. I had some guy come up to me after a Kangaroo and Kiwi show, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw you had your notes up there. You're like a good comic." And I was like, "That's not what that means." But thank you.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having a set list on stage. I personally don't really do it, but like I don't think that there's anything wrong with it.
Well, the thing that's wrong with it for me is that I rely on it. So I never give myself pauses, breaks. I'm like, as soon as I'm like done with the group of jokes or whatever, and I'm like, what comes next? I just immediately go to the set list.
Actually, you know what? I do that too. Because I did that when I did my 45 minutes. I made a set list and I found myself being like, what comes next? And it's like, that should not be a thing. Like there should just be like a natural flow for it. So I think that's why, that's one of the reasons I don't use set lists, I think.
Yeah. So on Saturday I did 2 shows at Laughs and I didn't use a set list for either one, and I made it through and they were fun. Like I realized after, like, oh yeah, I forgot a joke here and there, or like I did some different material that I wasn't planning on doing, but I still did jokes for 10 minutes and it still went well.
But that's because it felt more natural, right? You're kind of just like off the top of your head.
Yeah, and I was more comfortable doing crowd work because in those blank spaces of like, okay, well that set of jokes is done, what comes next? Instead of like, or looking at my notes, I would just like kind of go in the audience a little bit. So I did feel some growth on Saturday. Like,
That's
oh my God,
awesome.
I'm doing it.
When you forget what you're saying next, do you acknowledge it out loud?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. I always do. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say next.
I went into a joke that I hadn't done for a little bit and I just forgot like a line that's kind of imperative for the rest of the joke. And then I was like, I kind of forgot how this joke goes. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to go back. Okay, this. So it was clunky and they were like, all right, like it still did
like
fairly well.
Yeah,
but
like
it was
something.
like, all right, you know what? I didn't look at my notes and I didn't die. So
And that's what we want. We don't want you to die.
I was pretty proud of myself.
You should be.
So I'm hoping that happens more often. And it also helps because I did 2 sets on Friday. So just being on stage so often when your jokes are kind of fresh in your mind, it definitely helps.
It helps so much to do multiple shows a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes me feel so much. I'm actually really nervous about that this week because I don't really have anything lined up and I'm doing like 5 half hours this weekend and I'm like, I don't know.
Time for some open mics. Asked to drop in on some people's stuff.
I guess, but also I'm like, is a 3-minute open mic gonna make a difference? Is it gonna make a difference? I don't know.
Maybe.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday I got to host Off the Top, which is it's a riffing mic. You get like slides and like a PowerPoint and you just riff off of what was going on. And I got to be on one of the God mics in the back of the room, which is my favorite thing to do, which is basically heckle comedians from the back, but on a microphone. It was so much fun.
I feel like you can do that in your set in real life. Like you can make fun of the people who went up before you.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah, and you're really good at it.
Hate.
Well, good. Let them hate. They only hate you because you're a woman.
Exactly. What's not to hate?
Yeah, the way you bleed for a week is fucking weird.
I'll make you bleed till you die.
Okay. Okay.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no. Okay. Anyways, that's great. I'm really glad you had a good week and threatened me. I feel like that got really personal, and I've like literally been talking about how I had a hard week.
You literally didn't say anything. You got a little stabby stabs, and now everything's ruined.
I mean, yeah. And
What's jabbing your ass this week?
okay.
It doesn't get to be what you just talked about.
You know what's really chapping my ass is like the medical world and all of their shots. I'm so tired of them sticking needles in me. So fucking tired of it. No, you know what's actually chapping my ass? Like physically and in real life. Well, actually, no, not even physically. My tum-tum has been hurting so much since Friday, and I'm so tired of it. This is also why my week was hard.
Oh, no.
I've had so much painful gas and bloating, and like I can't get it out of my body. I literally am like, please just fart or burp. Like, please make it go away. And it's not going away. It's not going
got a
anywhere.
gluten intolerance.
It's literally, it's like my own personal COVID. It just won't go away.
You're struggling, but on the inside.
I literally have just been like, please, we can't have another pandemic. And it's just, my stomach hurts so much. Like, it hurt so much on Friday night that I like woke up multiple times and I was like, I think something's wrong. And I was like, I think I have an ulcer. I think I have an ulcer and I'm dying.
Did you ask the nurse when you were there today?
No, I was scared. I actually I forgot. I forgot to ask.
The needles coming out. You just totally spaced it.
I always have to like go there and be like, okay, mentally, what do I have? Like when I'm walking there, I'm like, what do I have to talk to them about?
Yeah, I always have at least 3 things. I'm like, I'm going to get my money's worth.
Yeah, seriously. And then like this time I went and I was like, okay, this is what I want to talk to them about. I was like, I think I have a hemorrhoid. I'm not sure. And then I forgot to ask about it.
No.
And then I was also like, okay, and then I'm going to ask them if like I need to do a physical. And like my physical was like kind of a joke. Like it really felt like it was like a magic trick or something. Like my doctor just like touched me and looked at me and he was like, you're healthy. And I was like, oh,
like, we see you every other week. You're fine.
Like I was so confused because he literally like looked in my ears, looked in my mouth, looked in my eyes, and then like poked me in a few places and was like, yeah, I think you're good. And I was like, oh, are you like a magic, like, can you like see what's inside of me like with your eyeballs? Is that what's happening? Because I feel like all you did was touch me and not even inappropriately. So I guess in some ways, yeah, the medical world and my tum-tum are chapping my ass. And maybe it is a gluten intolerance thing. And it's hard because, like, I don't want to be annoying, you know? Could you imagine?
Mean even more?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you think...
Huh?
Has someone
What?
said something? Has someone said
What?
something to me about me? If someone has, like, I would hope you would tell me.
For sure.
Okay.
Tell everybody except you.
Okay.
Well, I mean, luckily your boyfriend's out of town, so
He is out of town.
you get to deal with your tummy troubles on your own.
And that's also chapping my ass. I'd very much like to see him.
Aw, that's
Yeah.
cute.
I realized I missed him the other day and I was like, I hate this.
What a piece of shit.
No, I don't hate that I miss him, but I was like, I hate that I want to see him now and I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absence makes the heart blah, blah, blah.
Absence makes me want him to choke me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he will.
I don't think he will. He's not very violent. Which is nice, which is good. I was told that that's nice. I was
that's healthy.
I was told that that's what we want, is someone who doesn't choke me for fun.
That's great.
I think so too. Yeah. How was your week? Or what's chopping your ass is what I meant to say. I'm really good at podcasting.
As you can see, I've also been having some tummy pains. I would like to point out that I filled this out first.
Wait, did you? I didn't see that.
So you and I
we went Red Robin.
We went to Red Robin on Thursday.
And it was so good.
We ate
oh my god, maybe
so
it was
much.
Red Robin. Maybe Red Robin ruined my fucking stomach.
for reals. We ate so much. This is sponsored by Red Robin.
This podcast is 150% sponsored by Red Robin, specifically their bottomless fries, which no one fucking needs, but like, God bless America, right? Am I right?
Oh my God. We got mozzarella sticks. We got the mini onion ring tower.
Which like still was too much for us, honestly.
It was too much. We each got a fatty burger and fries and
milkshakes. Oh my God, I wonder if it was the milkshake that fucked me up.
All of it.
It
was everything.
How could I say no? They were like, oh, do you want a pumpkin spice shake, you fat fuck? And I was like, yeah, I want a pumpkin spice shake. And they were like, yeah, I bet you fucking do. You want that second tin too? And I was like, yeah, I want that second
full
tin.
Milkshake. Another half milkshake in the metal tin.
I feel like, okay, I'm sorry. I feel like it should be illegal to order as much food as we did.
I know. Like, they should just have a dietitian in every restaurant. Like, no.
They should actually have a scale when you walk into every restaurant and you just be like, oh, that's how much you weigh? Okay, you decide how much do you want to order.
Good.
And they should like they should have your weight displayed where everyone can see it.
Everyone cheers.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But that was awesome. So it hurt your stomach?
Yeah. We ate so much. We took like half of our burgers and fries to go, and I was still in pain the rest of the night.
I walked 1.5 miles from my apartment to go to an open mic that night thinking I would like burn off that feeling of full and bloatedness, and it didn't help at all. It did not help even a little bit.
Nope. I was in literal pain. Like, okay, is this coming out or is this just staying with me?
I literally thought I was like pregnant. I was like, whoa, I really should have worn a condom that last time. I wonder who the dad could be.
And then a couple days later, I took these dogs to the doggy store to get them a little snack. And then on our way back, I decided to treat myself and got a nice iced Vietnamese coffee, which is condensed milk, very strong espresso, basically. And then I think another kind of milk.
I think so. So yeah, you're like literally just like a recipe for a shitstorm.
I was in more pain again yesterday. Yeah, it's not been great.
Do you think that like our stomachs are just like, hey guys, we're in our 30s.
Listen up, honey. We can't do this
We can't do this anymore. Like, this isn't the 90s. The Got Milk campaign is gone. Okay?
You don't need milk.
Yeah. Got milk, you had milk. Okay?
You've had your fill forever.
Yeah. You're done now. I hope you enjoyed that pumpkin spice latte. Or that pumpkin spice milkshake. And
it'll be your last.
Yeah. Really, though, I think it will be. Well, actually, wait. There's another place that has a pumpkin spice milkshake that I really like.
Taste test. Well, I feel like this leads well into our topic for the day.
What's our topic?
Our relationship with food. It's been on our mind lately.
It has been, especially since I found out my skinny jeans don't fit me anymore. Like, I have been thinking about it. I put on my skinny jeans and I was like, where did I go wrong?
Does the low waist fashion trend affect you at all?
I think it does, honestly, but I'm not participating. Like, I got my invitation on TikTok and I was like,
decline.
I'm not going to that. Thank you so much for offering, though. I just don't want to be there.
The thing with like women's clothing is like, if it's not in style anymore, then it's so hard to find. So I'm like, am I not going to be able to find high-waisted pants anymore? Because fuck these 20-somethings with their flat stomachs. It's not fair. I'm not going back to low-rise jeans. And I
would not go back to low-rise jeans ever. I wish that low-rise jeans came in style like 3 years ago when I was like really fit. That would have been sick. I would have loved that.
I've never been comfortable in low-rise jeans.
I want like the top of my pussy out when I'm wearing my jeans.
So yeah, what's your relationship with food been like?
Not good. It's been toxic. It's been like those guys where I'm like, I know he doesn't care about me, but like the dick is so good. I'm just going to go there and then I'm going to feel like shit afterwards. Yeah. And that's basically been how I've been treating food all summer. I think like this problem really all started when I started dating what's his face, because I was like, oh, I'm like really happy right now. I don't have to try as hard, and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna eat whatever I want. I'm not blaming him. It's not his fault. But he, like, if I had never met him, this wouldn't have happened.
Yep.
And but no, I've been eating so poorly all summer. But the problem is it does make me feel good, and it also, it like, I justify it because I'm like, I'm so busy. I don't want to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to cook. That's the last thing on my mind after I work my full day job, and then I go to an open mic, or we record this podcast, or I do a show. The last thing I want to do is be like, I'm going to go cook some food that takes like an hour and a half to make.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun.
No.
Yeah.
Who
So
has the time?
who has the time, patience, energy, lifestyle, materials, pots and pans, utensils? Like, who has all of that? Not me. I don't. Who has a working stove? Like, I don't know.
Hey, we have air fryers. We're
Oh,
set.
we are better than everyone. That's right. I forgot about that.
We can fry all of our food.
We can't, like, I saw an air fryer recipe that was like, you can make salmon in your air fryer. And I was like, you can. Yeah. So in that sense, when we're talking about our relationship with food around air fryers, it's really good. It's super positive, super healthy. Like, just like it's a lot of reciprocation, you know, like, I'm giving something to the air fryer, it's giving me a full cooked meal. I think that's my relationship with food. Also, like, I wrote down starving myself because I used to starve myself. That was hilarious.
We're not condoning anorexia.
Yeah, I used to starve myself because I thought I was dieting. This was like in my early 20s, and I think this might be, oh no, wait, hang on, my poor relationship with food started when I was young, because my mom used to tell me I was fat.
Aww.
And she used to say things like, well, your sister can have 2 cookies, but you can only have 1 because your sister can afford it and you can't.
No.
Yeah, so I think that's where I started thinking, like, oh, food is bad.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was raised on McDonald's. Like, I was a child of the 90s. I
Okay.
had so much McDonald's. And, like, I remember, like, feeling really excited every time I got McDonald's. And, like, I wasn't, like, a picky eater. I would eat whatever. But, like, I think I still associated, like, those good feelings with, like, something bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to this day, a burger still sounds really good, despite our
Yeah.
trauma at the Robin of Red.
No, for reals. Like, anytime I do really well, or I feel like I did really well on a comedy show, I crave a burger. Like, that is my reward. And I'm like,
We
I
talked
can't
about
keep
this,
doing
and I was
this.
like, I totally relate to that.
But, like, I had a similar thing. Like, my parents I don't remember them, like, commenting on my body. I remember my mom commenting on her own body, and her always thinking that she wasn't the size that she was supposed to be. But then, like, she was so tiny. Like, I remember being in a store with her once, and she was like, they don't have my size. They don't carry 00 here.
You know, everyone's struggle. Every woman's struggle.
But then, like, later in life and after menopause and stuff, like, her body has changed, and I can tell that it affects her. But it's just like I don't know. Now I have a teenage niece. She just turned 12, and it's like, we need to be better role models. We can't talk about our bodies. We need
It's
to.
so hard, though, because it's
Mhm.
like, it's everywhere. Even, like, the body positivity movement now that's happening, which is great. I love it. I feel like some people are, like, not using it the way it should be. Like, I see, like, skinny bitches all the time that are just like, sometimes when I sit down my stomach sticks out, body positive, and I'm like, shut up, shut the fuck up, I hate you.
But I think that could be like a body dysmorphia thing too, because like you've mentioned how like small I am on this podcast, but I don't feel small. Like, I feel like I'm the same size as most people around me. Like, even height wise, I'm like, oh yeah, you're 5'10", same. So I just don't feel little, and the clothes that fit me, like, they're always super tight on my stomach, and I'm like, this is like, I've never had a flat stomach. I've never been comfortable in a 2-piece.
It took me so long to be comfortable in, like, tight clothing when that was trendy, because like,
Yeah.
even though I was skinny, I was like, I still feel really fat, and
Right.
like, it just doesn't go away. I feel like, I mean,
Mhm.
like, I'm sure it does with, like, therapy, but, like, I don't have time for that.
But I do think like the body positivity movement that's happening, like, it is nice to see women like wearing things that I want to wear, and they're just,
Regular people.
yeah, they're just confident in their bodies, and it doesn't matter what they look like. They just like what they're wearing. So it's helping me a little bit. I'm still not going to wear like a skin tight outfit or anything like that, but yeah, it's a bummer.
It is a bummer. Do you feel like your relationship with food right now is like pretty in a good place?
Not really, because I also don't cook for myself very often. Like, that's why I got the air fryer. I was like, this'll work, but then I'm
This'll
not home.
change things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been home since I got the fucking air fryer. And yeah, nope. I'm lazy and tired and just sick of everyone's shit.
I'm sick of everyone's shit too. I just wish that all the bad foods that I crave and want to eat were okay to eat.
I know. I haven't had a vegetable. I had a couple leaves of arugula on my breakfast sandwich today. That's the last vegetable I ate.
When we went to Red Robin's, there was lettuce, tomatoes,
See,
pickles,
that's the
and
only
onions.
time that I'm getting veggies on a regular basis, and I don't feel good about it.
I bought carrot sticks at Trader Joe's not that long ago, and I was like, I bought carrot sticks and hummus, and I was like, this is gonna be my snack for like the next couple of days. And then like I think I did it for one day, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm not eating this.
You just throw it all in the trash.
I don't fucking like this. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'll get into different spurts of like, okay, yeah, this is a good snack. I'm into it. And then as soon as I have something really good, then I'm like, oh, this is what was I doing before? I can have a cheeseburger whenever. I can eat pizza.
I feel like too the other problem is like whenever like I hate diets, but like I do them, and it's always because I'm like I need to lose weight. It's never because like I just want to eat healthier and feel better, which is like a product of like eating better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel better, but it's always motivated by like weight loss, so I'm kind of just like waiting for that to kick in with this jean size thing that's going on right now. I'm just kind of waiting for myself to hate myself enough to do that.
I used to eat so much better when I was doing CrossFit because everyone else was like, I don't know, oh yeah, meal prep, and when you fuel your body right, then you can lift better. And so I was definitely eating so much better and in way better shape because I was doing like all this hard activity every day. And now that I'm not working out like that, I'm like, I can eat whatever I want.
I mean, when was the last time you even did like a hard activity? Because I do remember I did one hard activity this month. I went on a 8-mile hike.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, things need to change. And then nothing changed.
I went paddleboarding once last month, and that was pretty difficult. I kept getting beached because the waves were coming, and I was a little too close to the shore. So I had to push off into the rocks. I made it back, but it's no longer paddleboard season.
It's not.
I ordered some rollerblades, and they're on their way.
I saw. Yeah, I look through your Amazon wish list all the time.
Shut up.
I'm like, this bitch.
We'll see if I use them. I want to.
I mean, for what you paid for them, I would use them. Yeah. I think like $800 on roller skates is kind of a lot of money.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, $867 per side is a lot of money.
I started out with the left one. I am doing a GoFundMe for the right skate.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that you're doing it though. Your size 5 3/4 foot size is really weird, and I hope
it's hard to come by.
Yeah.
What else did I write here? Oh, I've always my weight has always kind of fluctuated. So when I was younger, I was like chubby. I wasn't ever like super fat, but I felt fat. But my brother's friends used to call me fat because that's what you do to your friend's little sister.
Which is so fucked up.
I know, and it stays with me. I still remember these dudes calling me fat. But when I went to college, I gained like 30 pounds. And that was a rough time. And I was trying to work out, but college is hard.
It's so hard to like find time to exercise in addition to like eat healthy.
And also you're binge drinking every weekend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I didn't finish college, so you know.
It's probably for the best.
Probably, yeah.
But I tell a joke about just my like weight gain in college and how I tried to give myself an eating disorder, but it didn't last very long. It's a real thing.
I gave myself an eating disorder and did not fucking know it.
Oh no.
Like, I had no idea that that's what I was doing when I was starving myself. I would like tell people all the time and be like, yeah, for breakfast, I just like have a little bit of coffee and smoke a cigarette. And then for lunch, I just smoke a cigarette. And then for dinner, I just
eat 3 cigarettes.
I would say I don't eat anything more than I can fit in my hand. And then like people would be like, oh my God, that's so great. I love it. You're like losing so much weight right now.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like I was like, I had one friend who was like, are you sure that that's healthy? And I was like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Look at you eating a full meal, being happy.
Yeah. And I remember in college, I think it was right after Halloween. So there was like, I had just had a bunch of like little bite-sized candy bars. And I just remember like popping one in, chewing it, and then spitting it out. And then just doing that a few times. Like, this will fix everything. You don't have to swallow those calories. Just spit them out. And then probably 10 minutes later, I was like, I got to swallow them. I can't handle it. I got to swallow them. That's the best part.
That is the best part.
But I think I don't want to blame my parents for stuff, but I will say that I do think that you can inherit negative traits. Like my dad has a huge sweet tooth and he's also a late night snacker. So just seeing that and like being home when that's happening, like, wait, what are you eating? That sounds good. I want some of that too. And I definitely crave sweets late at night.
I always crave sweets late at night and it's such a problem.
Is that something you think you got from your parents?
I don't think I got that from my parents, no. Because I don't think that's something that they do. I don't know where that came from, to be honest. I think that's, you know what that's actually probably a product of? It's probably a product of my stoner days.
Or the fact that you stopped drinking.
What's crazy is like, you know what actually went up when I stopped drinking is my caffeine intake and my sex drive went up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
When my parents stopped drinking, they both craved sugar like crazy.
Because your body produces sugar from the alcohol and it's like missing something.
Yeah, alcohol is full of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about?
I feel like we depressed everyone enough.
Food being a reward.
Oh.
That's my biggest thing.
It is a reward, though.
Yeah, it's like, it's so nice. Like, oh, I had a rough day. Here we go.
Even like when I'm like, oh, well, I did something really good. I deserve this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so I'm like going to Salt Lake this weekend. And I'm like, well, this is like my first official like road gig across the country road gig. I'm going to go out to eat like every night.
Do you know where Utah is? Nevada, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah. It's like across the country.
It's a couple states away.
Which is basically across the country.
Okay.
Just so you know. That's like we're here.
Uh-huh.
And then Utah's like way over there.
Here.
I just kind of feel like you're trying to woman explain.
You're right. I'm minimizing and I shouldn't be. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I'm maximizing right now because I can't fit into my fucking jeans. I can't fit into my fucking jeans.
It is pretty cold for shorts out.
Shorts are all that fit me right now.
Well, what are we going to do? Do we have a plan? What?
Oh, I am not taking any real action at the moment.
Okay, we just wanted to complain.
I mean, I set up an exercise bike last night and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can like exercise on this bike while I'm watching TV at night instead of just sitting on my ass. Or like I can like sit on this exercise bike and think about jokes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of whatever the fuck it is that I do when I'm home, which like honestly, if I'm just scrolling on TikTok now, I'm going to go sit my ass on that bike.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your plan?
I guess these freaking rollerblades, unless I break my body, which is a real possibility.
There are so many hills here, too.
I know.
There's so many hills.
Dude, I tried to ride my bike 3 years ago. My parents, 2 years ago, my parents moved and they were like, come get all your shit out of our garage, including my mountain bike from when I was 12. And I tried to ride it like 3 times and could barely ride it like 4 blocks. I was like, I'm going to work up to this. And it's been in storage ever since. So,
well, maybe you can ride rollerblade around Salt Lake Union.
Okay. Yeah. Or Green Lake. Yeah.
You literally
Something.
live like right outside of South Lake Union.
I know, something nice and even. And yeah, I want to be able to make it home. I don't want to have to call someone to come pick me up.
You know what you could do? You could just use one of those Lime scooters and like have your rollerblades on the ground.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is a marvelous idea. Wait, how do I stay with it? Maybe I like squeeze it with my feet. Okay, all right.
Oh, okay. Should we get into what we... Wait, did you have a plan besides the roller skates or no?
No.
Okay, we're just complaining
we
today.
need to eat healthier, but...
Yeah, me too. I don't want to.
We've made enough things we haven't committed to.
We'll circle back to that one after Thanksgiving and Christmas.
But I know, Halloween's coming up, and we have some super special plans, so we might need to tighten it up.
Get candy? Oh, fuck. Okay.
We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted.
I don't know. I'm planning to dress like a slut for Halloween because I think I'm going to a rave. So yeah, I should probably work on that.
Right. See, we have a date. Now we work backwards from that date, and we'll figure it out.
You guys can't see it, but I look so exasperated.
What'd you learn this week?
Oh, thanks so much for asking. I'm really glad that you asked because I did learn something. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
In regards to oat milk, not only does oat milk production use less water, which is good, but it also has valuable effects on land and soil, which is also good. The process of making oats helps minimize soil erosion, reduce plant disease, and insect activity. This limits the need for herbicides and creates substantial cropping practices, which it's like, wow. We love oat milk. I guess oat milk isn't a food, it's a beverage, but oatmeal
is a food.
Yeah. So
oat milk is my favorite non-dairy.
It's also my favorite non-dairy alternate brand. I said it first.
We're going to have to check the tape on that.
What fact did you learn?
Okay. Mine's all beef based. So the quarter pounder was invented, I don't remember in what year. And then A&W, quarter pounder is a McDonald's burger. A&W came out with their own version to try to compete with it. And they called it was a third pound burger.
Yeah.
But Americans are so stupid that they thought that was less meat
than
the quarter pounder.
I have heard this
didn't
before.
Work.
We're so people are so fucking dumb. Like, learn fractions, you idiots.
Yep. But I also learned that one burger patty can contain hundreds of different cows.
Sorry, Betsy. Those are cow names.
It says hamburgers are almost always a mishmash of many animals. The ground beef we buy at the supermarket is made of an unknown collection of muscle tissues.
And it's still delicious.
See, I think that is a reason why the Red Robin burger hurt my stomach so much, is because I usually have Impossible burgers now, but I was like, I want the real thing, and I think I just got used to not having it, that when I did, my body was like, we don't do this anymore.
That is so crazy. No, I love meat. I love, especially beef. Like, if there's beef on the menu, like, bitch, I will be there.
Well, these facts might sway you otherwise.
Let's see.
Livestock farming is one of the main contributors to soil erosion around the world.
I literally am combating that with using oat milk. Did you not just hear my fact?
And raising livestock generates 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions.
I've never been fond of, like, the greenhouse effect. Like, I've never really been fond of, like, living in a greenhouse. I think it's, like, musty. So, like, I don't understand why this is a problem.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
blame Richie if you guys don't have any oxygen.
Anyways, you guys will see me at McDonald's. So I'm getting, like, fucking quarter pounder.
Where are you going to be this week? Where can people find you?
Well, is this coming out this week?
Yep.
I will be in Salt Lake City and Boise, Idaho, opening for Joey Dombrowski.
Fun.
Where will you be this week?
This week, Wednesday, I will be at Laughs for their showcase. Thursday, I will be in Raymond, Washington. Friday, heading down to Olympia for a comedy contest.
Where the fuck is Raymond, Washington?
It's like towards Aberdeen. past Aberdeen somewhere.
Nice. Okay, yeah, cool.
Along the coast. And then Saturday I'll be in Shelton. So it's a real Washington, just seeing the sights kind of weekend.
Oh my God, look at you.
So much gas. It's going to be great.
You know, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to have a ton of fun.
You too.
I hope so.
Can't wait to come back after our tours. Trade notes.
I'm going to be like, so did they put you in a hotel?
You're like, no, I drove 7 hours in one day.
Oh. Hide the money, all there are poor people here. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening, everyone. This has been the Pretty Dumb Podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye, everyone.